Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Pick back up.
This poor lady in between me and the werewolfette.
I wish there was a way for me to be like a werewolf cosplay without it being like a furry. You know?
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way around that.
You can't make it look like a mascot. As long as it doesn't look like a mascot.
Yeah? I still think it.
I don't
still
know,
think
man.
I know. I feel like I'd never hear the end of it if I did it.
I'm trying to think of like what.
Woo!
No, it's
No, because
way.
I feel like furry costumes or like the avatars are always distinctly American cartoon, you know?
So if you go for any other cartoon.
Or like some weird
like
like
the same cartoon.
hyper realism, you know? You'll be covered.
Hyper realism?
Yeah, dude.
If you go hyper realistic
if you do like
with your werewolf,
yeah,
you're okay. But if you do like, I don't know,
just like
bright,
the nose,
bright eyes,
yeah.
And your tongue is hanging out of the side.
Stop it.
Then
I'm uncomfortable with the energy that's been created in the D&D.
You created this.
But yeah, you don't see I don't think you see a lot of Japanese anime furries, do you?
I'd say the Venn diagram is pretty big in the middle, but yeah, I guess not.
Okay.
Someone told me, and this may or may not be a hot take, but like furries are like the distant cousin of weebs.
Oh, I believe that. No,
yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
That's a mild take.
What was that? What was the Netflix
Beastars?
I still haven't seen it, but yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen it? Like
I heard that was
saw it.
though.
I heard it was pretty good too. Is it like fur baity, or are you furry after watching it?
No, it was really weird.
I mean, she was a furry before watching it, so.
Shut the fuck up.
Team Jacob.
No. Okay, I was Team Jacob, but that is neither here nor there. That was a different time.
All right. What happened last session?
All right, who's got this?
Kyle got it last time.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up everything to make sure I get it. If I start in the right place.
As far as I remember, we went to Lady Wachter's mansion, and we invaded her book club. Before that, we read the Tomb of Strahd, and Lilith fought. What was his name? It wasn't Sergei.
It was.
It was?
No. Sergei
Strahd's brother.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the Tomb of Strahd.
Anyways,
no.
Anyways, we fought, we laughed, we lived, laugh, love, and then I transformed into a freaking werewolf. So I'm like this.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we also tried to get information from the orphans. Remember?
Oh, you're so right. We gave them little stars.
You all did the whole rumor. I don't usually spread rumors, but
and okay, because we were trying to figure out how evil the new burgomaster was. I had detected thoughts, and we saw a writhing girl that looked like her.
You're
daughter.
so right. You're so right.
What if her daughter's turning into a werewolf too?
Oh shit! That would be today too.
Oh! Wait a minute. That was a surface level thought.
Cut that. No spoilers for the episode. Cut that. No, but maybe, dude. That's good. That's good. I don't know. Yes, only one way to find out.
All right. The fallen Sirens met with the excited new burgomistress, Lady Fiona Wachter, who wished for their presence in order to thank them for their assistance in the upheaval of the last burgomaster, Baron Vargas Volakovich. During their breakfast, they learned that Lady Wachter regularly held book club meetings with the suspiciously cloaked individuals that have newly emerged in town. Much to Lady Wachter's surprise, the Sirens invited themselves to that evening's meeting. Lady Wachter concluded the breakfast when she excused herself to attend to her pet cat, which Arielle concluded was a young distraught woman being kept in the house. Following the breakfast, they returned into town to gather information about the young woman, learning that this person was likely Lady Wachter's daughter, who had been involved with the former burgomaster's son, Victor Velakovich. Back at the Blue Water Inn, they reunited with Rictavio and Vasilka, and Lilith studied the Tome of Strahd once more, this time learning of Strahd's relationship with his younger, more affable brother, Sergei. Later that evening, the Sirens returned to Wachterhaus just in time for the book club, but as the meeting was about to start, Azula confirmed everyone's suspicions and transformed before the Sirens for the first time. So, standing before you all in her newly transformed body is Azula. But Azula as you've never seen her. Her expression wild. Her eyes don't give the recognition of your friend, but that of a wild animal. Azula, roll me a d20.
Five.
Okay. Azula, in werewolf form, kind of like looks about the room, her mouth agape, and kind of like a strand of drool kind of like drips from the side of her mouth. She starts to growl as she looks around, and she immediately sets her sights on the young woman in between herself and Arielle, and she attacks. Oh, okay.
You guys? Go.
She swipes at the woman crying in fear as everyone starts to, all of the other book club members start to back up immediately in fear. The young woman crying in pain. What do you all want to do?
You remember when we first saw Laszlo and we were, was it Lilith that pulled out a silver fork and was like, ah? Are they allergic to silver? I forgot.
Okay, roll for me history really quick as this is happening and very fast.
Oh my god, I got a nat 1.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah,
you lose your memory.
in the heat of the moment, you can't recall. You're just struggling with seeing Azula just attack and begin to maul this young woman. The other book club members in the room start to draw daggers from their cloaks.
I yell at everyone to wait. So like wait and everyone calm down, and I cast hold person.
All right.
On Azula.
We'll do that, and then I want everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay, so and again, it's a attack save is a wisdom saving throw of 13.
All right, Azula, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, my rolls are bad today.
Ooh, 3. I'm not very wise in this form.
Okay. Azula mid maul of this individual, you can see the spell take hold as she ceases to continue mauling this poor woman. What is your guys' initiative?
Oh shit.
5.
I have like -1 or plus. Yeah, I have 5. Do we roll again to compete or whatever?
Yeah. Or whoever has the higher dexterity score just goes first.
My dex is -1
14.
and it's 8.
Okay,
my dexterity is 14.
Arielle takes that first. What was the matched score again? What you guys?
5.
5.
Arielle, then Lilith. Azula, what was your? Go ahead and roll in for me initiative as well.
Oh, you're so right. 19.
19. Okay. How long does hold person last?
Concentration up to a minute.
And on each of the turns, they roll another.
Yes. So it says at the end
until
of
they
each.
succeed.
Yeah, at the end of each of their turns, they can make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So that takes hold as Azula in this new form ceases to continue mauling this woman. The others in the room draw their daggers and they go, "You brought a beast to this meeting. This was a peaceful book club meeting."
Can I talk? Or do you have to wait till we
You can say something really quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had no idea. We just cleared out a den of werewolves, and I guess one of us got hurt. But you should get out while you can.
All right. Roll for me persuasion.
And look at me with her. It's like that, bro. Let's see. That's a 8 with it's a 10.
Okay. They seen the injury cast on one of their members, and the sight of which is too much for them to like really heed your words. They're more focused and intent on stopping the immediate threat. Irina goes first.
If I cast another spell, does that break concentration?
If the second spell is also concentration, then yes.
Okay, let me look that up.
Irina goes first, and instinctively she kind of just runs up and is going to attempt to grab onto Azula's one of Azula's arms and like hold it steady. She looks at you, Arielle, desperately, and she goes, "Help!" And she's going to attempt to grapple, which she'll do so with advantage, because you're restrained. Go ahead and roll for me a strength. Well, currently you're not. She's grappled you. Actually, you're held. She's gonna grapple you. So, yeah, she has one arm, and she looks to you, Arielle, and asks for your help. Azula, it's your turn again. Go ahead and roll for me a wisdom saving throw to see if you break out of hold person. Oh, wait, does it take place at the end of your turn or at the beginning of your turn? At the end of each of your turns. So, yeah, go ahead and do it.
15.
What was the saving throw on your hold person, Lilith?
Let me see. Sorry, didn't have it up.
Since I'm grappled, would I have to like do a wisdom saving and
It's 13. What'd you roll?
15.
a 15?
So it is the end of your turn. So technically you're grappled, but as Irina is holding on to you, Azula in her werewolf form just looks down at Irina and just starts to bare her teeth. All right, that's Azula. Arielle, it's your turn.
Wait, was I supposed to go before Lilith used hold person?
Lilith's hold person was the thing that I allowed to happen at the very top.
Oh.
And then
right.
now we're in initiative order.
Okay. I'm gonna go for. So Azula is like enraged, right?
More or less.
So if I don't know, tried calm emotion. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna try calm emotions.
Okay, yeah. All right.
And to fix the vibes of this book club.
Okay, and that's a charisma 13.
Okay, go for it.
The saving throw?
Is it AoE or is it single target?
19.
It's the whole area.
Oh, everyone's got a roll for it. Yeah, 20-foot radius.
Well, it says 20-foot radius, attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. So I was hoping it would calm down the people to kick them out.
Okay, I'll have them roll as well.
What type of save was it?
Charisma?
Charisma 13.
Lilith, you don't have to save unless, Arielle, you're trying to roll it on the other sirens as
It's-
well.
I mean, it's more for the bystanders, but I mean, yeah, if you're feeling like really angry, for
Yeah,
some
if I'm feeling
reason-
really, really upset, really anxious, thanks, dude. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, wow. What was the save on it?
Charisma 13.
Okay. Yeah, and as you cast, oh, what did Azula? What did you roll?
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Arr!
Azula's expression does not change. However, you manage to placate all of the other individuals in this room, and they're like more cautious, but they're holding on to their daggers, but they're not as angered and aggressive. You would say they're more so like cautious and of course fear. Is that gonna be your turn?
And I say like, or do and after they look a little bit calmer, I tell them like it'll be much safer for you to take your friend and go.
Okay. Go ahead and roll persuasion for me.
$27.
Oh wow. Okay.
Dang, that's persuasive.
Consider me persuaded, bro.
All right. Lilith, it's you.
I'm going to run forward and cast. Well, is grapple an action?
Yes.
All right, fuck them kids. I'm gonna try grappling then.
Okay. All right.
Do I just roll strength or?
Yeah, roll strength, and Azula, you roll strength or dexterity.
Okay, I rolled a 19.
Ooh, 15.
Okay. That wins. It should have been a disadvantage, I think, because Arena also already has one of your arms. So you latch. So yeah, how do you describe your grapple on?
I'm so grateful, yeah.
Azula?
I just run towards her and push sort of the person on the couch out of the way to try to get them away from her and just sort of, dive at her from the top.
Okay. All right. The
So
other.
I got one on each arm.
Lilith, did you take the other arm?
No, I was just trying to wrap,
Or
more around like your arm and your
gotcha,
neck.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So kind of like a headlock while Arena's got one of the arms. You feel the strength of Azula's new form in like the clutch that you have on her, and it's so deceptively strong. You are almost getting like thrown about with each jerk of her body. The book club members kind of like these two kind of rush to their injured friend's aid, and they kind of pull her out. They take her as far as, let's see, what's their, okay, they can both take her as far as here, and the others are kind of like cautiously stepping in front to see if things go awry. Arena is going to continue the grapple and just kind of like continue holding on, not wanting to let go, just kind of pulling back as far back in the corner as possible. Azula, it is your turn. I want you to roll for me a wisdom saving throw.
Um, 11.
And Azula, you continue being incensed, not recognizing your friends. You try to break their grasp. You're gonna attempt to break the grasp that Arena has on you. All right.
Another one.
I'm gonna roll on your behalf.
Gotcha.
Okay, Arena despite your thrashing about, Irina manages to hold on. Her legs get picked up in the air for a brief moment as she tries to hold on to your arm that you like lift up pretty effortlessly. Her feet kicks one of the logs in the fire as she tries to hold on. You hear steps descend quickly from the stairs, and you see Lady Wachter emerge from the corner. And she goes, she looks around, sees everything that's going on, sees her injured book club members, sees a purple wolf with purple horns, and sees Lilith and Arena kind of like grasping on to her. Arielle trying to subdue everyone around. Is calm emotions a concentration spell, or is it like a one-time thing? Sorry, I think you're muted.
I know.
Hold on, I'm double checking. Concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay, so you're you're in the midst of like casting the spell that kind of maintains the peace as much as possible. And she walks in and she goes, "Bring her upstairs. We'll take care of her." And she says to the two free book club members, help escort her up to my son's bedroom. She won't cause further damage up there. And the other two kind of like take like Azula's wrist, and the other one takes the free arm, and they kind of like help you all bring her upstairs. It's a slow process. Azula in this form is incredibly strong. I want Lilith and yeah, it's pretty much Lilith. Go ahead and roll for me a strength check. We're gonna do a group strength check for everyone involved.
That's 22.
Okay. That was Arena. The other two. Okay. We let's see. We're gonna exit combat just to describe how this takes place. Lilith, Arena, and two of the members attempt to bring Azula in her current state upstairs, and it is a struggle. There's a moment where Azula like just thrashes about, and this brief moment where Irina and the two book club members trying to assist lose their grip for a brief moment. Lilith, the only one hanging on. Azula, I want you to roll for me another wisdom saving throw.
3.
And you, in this form, you kind of losing everyone else, you ram Lilith up against one of the walls on the stairway. You take, what is your strength? What is your unarmed strike?
Sorry.
Azula. So in this form, it would be your strength modifier +1 for your flat unarmed strike.
Strength modifier +1, 5.
You, Lilith, you take 5 damage as you are like shoved into the wall. Irina and the other two kind of like desperately trying to grasp on a limb where they can, and after several minutes of struggle and scratches about claw marks like now on various parts of your body, you all shove Azula into one of these spare rooms that Lady Wachter has upstairs, and she closes the door and kind of like locks it behind her. And you all
Can I
have
just
a moment.
say, you can hear me clawing, trying to claw out.
Mhm. You
I
hear
immediately speak
Messing
to-
this door up.
not only that, you
Can
hear furniture start to be thrown. You hear howls coming from within this room.
Can I cast sleep now?
You want to cast sleep on
But in the room, because it has to be a 20-foot radius, because everyone in the 20-foot radius is done. So I'll just toss it out now and I'll be like, hey, step back. I want to say like, hey, everybody step back a few feet. Make sure that she's the only one in the 20-foot radius, because it's like a 5d8 split between everyone in that radius, right?
all right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. First one is 7 plus 6. 7, 6, 8. 1, 7, 6, 8, 1. 7, 6, 8, 1, 8. 7 plus 6 plus 8 plus 1 plus 8 is 30.
Azula, or yeah, Carla, does that exceed Azula's current HP?
What was it in total?
30.
It does not.
And
No.
you hear, despite the fact that you know your spell was cast, that does not change the noise coming from within this
Do
room.
I know she tried to sleep me?
No.
Okay.
I'm glad she's usually on our side. I say out loud.
I'm starting to like back up and like ram my body against the door.
Yeah, and you just hear a banging occurring from this wall, like scratches from the other side. Lady Wachter kind of like catches her breath and she goes, I didn't know your friend had such a condition.
We didn't
Neither did
either.
we.
We'll
I guess that's just bad timing on the book club.
we'll have to keep her locked in here overnight.
Do you have experience with this? You seemed pretty calm and collected.
Roll persuasion.
Ooh, 19 plus. Fuck. 19 plus something. Oh, plus 2, 21.
She kind of like looks down sadly and she goes, I am dealing with something somewhat similar. Yes. My own daughter has an affliction that I have not been able to resolve for quite some time. But
Have you heard any rumors of who to talk to or what to do about it?
regarding werewolves,
Yeah.
Oh,
no, that fortunately is not my expertise. I pray that this condition of hers ceases in the morning.
What affliction does your daughter have?
She kind of looks at the book club members who are standing in like this like hallway in various states of exhaustion. She goes, go home. And they carry out, the two of them carry out the injured one, and the other
Oh wait,
two.
before they leave,
Yes.
I'm gonna go up to the injured one and cast lay on hands.
Okay.
And I don't want to meta game, so I don't know how much health they have.
Sure.
But I'll heal them for 10 HP.
Okay. Yeah, and her wounds start to seal up slowly but surely. And large gashes, large scars that represent the gashes that were once there now remain. And she goes, thank you. As she finds mobility in her arm and her shoulder, they all walk out somewhat defeated, exhausted. She goes, let's go to my den. And she has you follow her back downstairs. Whoop. Oh my god, it keeps doing that.
Real quick, Lawrence, just something for the future that I thought about. I mean, I don't know if this matters to you as far as like an editing thing goes, but if you ever wanted us to record our individual audio and then send it to you so you can mute individual tracks or do like mixing in the video, that'd be a pain in the ass, but it's a thing that you could do if you wanted.
Yeah, I know about our options. It's just like that would already
Well,
create
we're on
too
this
much.
tangent. I'm aggressing.
Would already create
You're
too
good.
much of a workload that
Yeah.
I already take upon myself doing these. So
Yeah, no worries.
thank you though.
No worries.
Yeah, let's take 5 actually while I
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yep.
Dang, that means time to grab some ice cream, my dude. All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Gonna pick back up.
Sure.
Padded chairs and couches line the walls of this cozy carpeted den. The room reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear. Lady Wachter, kind of exasperated, stares at the fire, turns to the three of you, and asks, "Can I get you anything to drink?"
I'll take whatever you have.
I know, we've done plenty.
She kind of goes
Oh.
over to one of the side tables and pours a couple glasses of wine, and takes one, like takes a big swig from hers and offers you the rest on the table beside her couch. She goes, "My daughter, unfortunately, is dealing with something similar. Thankfully, it's not to the degree in which your friend is facing. You said you just learned about this?"
Just this past week, we cleared out a werewolf den. It must have happened then.
She's afflicted. "This is new. I do not know much about werewolves, but this will be a difficult time for her in the coming future."
How have you dealt with your daughter's affliction?
She stays in my room most hours of the day. I come in to feed her regularly, but I'm met with hisses and scratches and bites.
Does does your daughter perhaps feed on, I don't know, blood?
I understand the implication, but no. Her affliction is more feline. She does not change shape, but ever since she returned from that Victor Vallakovich, she has not been the same. I assume him to be dealing in some sort of dark arts, some dark magic. Placed a curse on my daughter. They were to be wed, I'll have you know. But this happened. She has not been the same since.
What do you mean by feline? What about her is I guess the word is feral.
She doesn't respond to reason or words. Her instincts are merely primal. She scratches at me much like one of my cats would. She eats like a cat, like a wild cat.
Is it at all times? Is it all times of the day that this happens to your daughter?
In the weeks since she's been back, yes. Not once have I seen my old daughter. She's simply taken on this state.
Would it comfort you if I read her thoughts to see if she's still, I don't know, like thinking human thoughts?
You can try, but her own mother has been unable to get through to her.
Oh. Would you want us to? We don't.
I would give anything to have my daughter back, yes. So I'm open to your reading her mind.
And I look over at Lilith.
I say go. I mean, why not go for it, dude? Go crazy. No, but for real, Victor, Varovich was that the sort of creepy dude in the old burgomaster's court, right?
The son, right?
Victor
The son?
Vallaki was the son of the former burgomaster.
Was he? I don't say this out loud. I'm trying to recall. Was he out with the rest of his family, or did he escape?
You had
I thought
never
he had escaped.
You had never met, and
Who was the creepy guy we met?
What's his right hand man?
Yeah,
His
you're
right-hand
talking
man.
about
That
Izek
wasn't-
Strasny? Yeah,
okay,
he had
okay.
he had
Yeah.
the dolls of Arena. And
Okay. Do you know where Victor is?
I've
Any
not
rumors?
seen him since I've retrieved my daughter, and there's been no word of where he's gone.
Where did you find your daughter?
One of my associates, Ernst Arnek, I believe you met him. He informed you of, invited you to my various meals. That's neither here nor there. He had found her upon one of the trees, hissing at the locals, and as a potential replacement for the former burgomaster, I could not have word of my daughter being feral and loose out and about. We retrieved her, brought her back. I've fed her 3 meals every single day. I've bathed her even though I've shed blood in the process.
Huh. So, Arielle, are you going to try to read her thoughts?
Yeah, where do you keep her?
I keep her in her room upstairs. It is, for better, to put it in put it in blatant terms, it is destroyed. Her room is destroyed from how she's from these past several weeks, or these past couple weeks. I understand if you're tired. You've had a night yourselves as it is. If you'd like, you can stay the night here, and we can attempt to read my daughter's thoughts in the morning, and hopefully by then your friend is returned to her original state.
And
You
what
hear
else?
faint. Oh.
Yeah, this entire time you've heard like the loud footsteps and the crashing and the banging upstairs in the room.
It's interesting to me that the old burgomaster was so against werewolves that he had a festival about it, but he's out here. But he was creating cat and humanoid creatures.
Or his son, right?
Or
Yeah.
his son was, yeah. So it's, I don't know. It
Maybe
makes
someone's
me
a
think
furry
that
and he
the
just
two
really
are
didn't like
related.
it, you know? You never know.
Yeah, like super repressed emotions.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. It's just interesting. And yeah, if you don't mind and you have the extra space, it would be very kind of you to let us stay for the night.
You can take my son's room. They're never in, so they won't mind you staying there.
Is your son in the city?
I believe you've met both of them. They harassed a gentleman in the tavern.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it's been a long day. I do remember. I do recall.
It's been several days. It's understandable, but yes, they don't do much for themselves aside from getting drunk and creating a havoc about town. I've all but disowned them, but the door is always open for them. I haven't seen them in a couple days. They won't miss their rooms this evening.
All right. Well, thank you for your hospitality,
Of course.
and we'll see what we can do for your daughter. Maybe we can speak to some of our friends and see if they know anything.
I'd much appreciate that. The room is at the end of the stairwell upstairs. I'll see to it that Danya brings you other furnishings if you so need. If there's anything else,
Well, just pass on our apologies to your book club. Sorry to have disrupted that, but hopefully I was able to help those that were hurt.
And I say, and if you like very positively, and if you remember anything about werewolves, let us know. And then I'm like walking away. Bye.
good night. And she kind of leaves the den. The three of you, leaving the three of you alone in the den, and after a couple minutes, you see Danya in kind of like sleepwear, like knock, or like you hear a knock, and then Danya quietly opens the door, and she goes, Mistress Wachter had informed me that the three of you will be joining us tonight. Shall I escort you to the bedroom?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
and we know about the mistress's daughter's affliction.
Yes. She's very distraught over her daughter. But follow me. And then she has you follow her up the stairs. The bedroom at the top is the one where you had placed Azula, and you still hear movement. It had only been like maybe 20-30 minutes since you had placed her in there, but you still hear like movement and rustling and like banging against the walls.
Can I try one more time to put her to sleep so that I can sleep well?
Okay, yeah.
All right. And that's a 5d8, right? Okay, so let's see what we get. 7, 8. 1. 8, 7, 1, 2. I already know it's okay. Yeah, I didn't make it. +1.
Oh, woo!
And I go, I like music, but this is just noise. All right. And then, I follow down the hall.
So you round the stairs, and she takes you to the end of the hallway on the second floor. She opens a closet, gathers a bunch of sheets, and she takes you into this bedroom right at the end. A single queen bed. You see inside a chest placed at the foot of the bed, a side table, and a dresser in this room is a single window that provides a little bit of light coming in. And she goes, hopefully these sheets are enough. If there's anything that you need this evening, please do not hesitate to knock on my door on the first floor. We're in the servants' quarters. And she kind of like bows and she goes, is there anything else that I can gather for you tonight?
No, thank you, Danya. I'll see you in the morning.
She gives a bow and kind of like exits, walking in reverse out of the room. And it's just the three of you in that room as you hear not too far away, restless Azula.
You hear the scratching?
What are we gonna do? Do you remember anything about werewolves, Arena?
I think Rictavio mentioned knowing about beasts of the land. I think he studies the creatures of the land of Barovia, so we could ask him.
Man, I really wish I had a sending stone right now. Okay, I guess we can talk to him in the morning. It's pretty late.
Should I go to the Blue Water Inn and inform him that what had transpired, or should we just wait until the morning?
I'll probably wait until the morning, right? Did we tell him something before we came over here?
We had told them if we were not back by the morning to be word.
Oh. Okay. I can do it.
Are you going to be okay?
And yeah, you and Lilith helped carry the or Azula up the stairs earlier, so you guys are probably beat. Unless you guys want to come, then you're invited, of course, but you don't have to. You can rest.
I think some of us
I want
should
to
at
stay
least stay. Yes.
with Zula just to make sure that. I mean, I still don't fully trust Lady Wachter, but I feel for her daughter, but I still don't know what on earth the book club is all about. Still weird.
What if they just like reading? Like they're actually like making a
They actually just
fantasy
like
story?
reading. Yeah, there's nothing weird or suspect going on.
It's like a
Yeah.
fantasy story about like modern life here instead of the fantasy world that they live in.
Yeah, they're just really fucking awkward. We just came in there. They just cosplay 24/7.
They
That's all it
fantasize
is.
about a normal life.
Yeah, we're freaking out over their cosplay.
So good.
Oh, God.
It's a book about a 9 to 5. Okay. I say, okay, I'll be back soon. And then, or actually I help set up the sheets and stuff.
Okay.
And then I say, if I don't come back, I can meet you over here in the morning with Rictavio. So I can sleep in the Blue Water Inn since we already paid for those, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can sleep over there and fill in Rictavio.
Okay.
Okay.
As Arielle heads over to the Blue Water Inn, Lilith, it's you and Arena, and Arena goes, I hope she doesn't escape from the window tonight.
I guess that's something else to think about, huh?
What do you think we should do?
I guess all we can do is really listen. I think one of us should try to stay up and we can take shifts. We'd hear breaking glass.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't fully trust Lady Wachter, so I think that we need to watch ourselves.
Who should take first shift?
I'll take first shift.
Okay. Wake me up when you want relief.
All right. Try to get some rest.
You too. She lays in the bed, and after several moments, she falls asleep. Arielle, it's an odd night in Vallaki. You've never walked the streets of Vallaki at this hour, much less the land of Barovia. You've had some sort of shelter, or at least company, and This is one of the rare moments that you're alone. But nonetheless, you make the walk over to Blue Water Inn. The light is still open. Inside, you see the tavern owner kind of just standing there. He greets you as you walk in, and he says, I believe your friends have taken the room upstairs.
And I say, thank you. And then I go walk upstairs and I go, no, no, no.
As you approach the door where Vasilka and Rictavio are staying, you guys have 2 rooms, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you approach the door, you see a doll resting at the floor of the door you're about to enter.
What does the doll look like?
The doll looks like you.
Me?
Yes. It's an
I check my pocket.
Arielle doll. You still have
I'm like,
yours.
is this? Okay, I pick it up and I take my pen and I sign it and then I put it back down.
Attached to the doll is a note.
Oh, okay. I don't do that then. Let me read the note first.
I like that being the knee-jerk reaction, though.
Oh, a fan.
I feel like that's what she would think. I don't know. Okay, good.
It says simply, Dancer, you flooded my mind ever since I've set eyes on you. When do your rivers settle?
What did he say to me? What did they say to me? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't touch that doll.
Okay.
I walk around it, and then in my head I'm like, maybe that's Ismark. It's giving me creepy doll vibes. And then, yeah.
You just let yourself in the room?
Oh, I knocked, right? I knocked.
Oh, yeah. And a sleepy Rictavio kind of opens the door and he goes, how did it go?
Like, Rictavio, you won't believe what just happened.
What happened?
Not that I gossip or anything, but
Okay. What happened? Was there steak?
No, there was no steak.
Okay.
But so you know how we went to the werewolf den a few days ago, right?
Okay.
Azula was bit. And we were at book club and she transformed into a purple wolf and hurt someone. We got it all under control. She's in a room right now, but we may need your expertise.
She's a werewolf now.
And okay, sorry, I'm trying to not be so happy. I like stop the gossiping. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. That's man, Oscar worthy. So good.
And I say, what do we do?
Well, my understanding of werewolves, newly cursed werewolves will have several days following the event transforming against their will, regardless of the state of the moon, until they're able to control it. Inherited lycanthropes are capable of control. Those afflicted with lycanthropy, such as Azula, it's a curse.
So are we stuck here until the transformation is complete? I don't know how else we would store her except for in Lady Wachter's house.
It would require supervision most evenings.
You mean she? She still has pronouns.
You're absolutely right. She would require supervision most evenings until she's able to control her condition.
Arielle is really sad about what happened to Azula. She can't imagine what it's like to be not in her own body. And so she's like looking kind of sad and like, okay, well, maybe first thing tomorrow after we talk to Lady Wachter, we can head back and tell the Dusk Elf what's happened, so he's not still waiting for us. Or maybe he wants to do it a bit different way. But
Arielle, I was going to tell you all something, and it was my initial hesitance to join you all in the first place, and it was that of my curse. Do you recall?
Do I recall?
Roll history.
Nat 20.
Yeah, you know exactly what he's talking about. And he had mentioned before that his curse was that those close to him are at risk of dying. He's at risk of losing those close to him. Hence his initial hesitance to join you all. I had mentioned accompanying you all this time around, and was going to tell you again my hesitance, but after learning about Azula's condition, I think traveling in numbers would be greater. We could take turns watching her in the evening and ensuring that this transformation doesn't take place, or if it does take place, we can be there to restrain her or subdue her. There are very few cures for lycanthropy in the land of Barovia. Some of those I'm still researching myself. But
and I say, wait, where are my hands? And I say, grab Rictavio's hand, and I say, and Rictavio, I told you before, and I will tell you again, you're not going to lose us. The only way you'll lose us if you keep pushing us away. And then is Vasilka back there?
Vasilka Vasilka doesn't sleep. She's laying down in the bed with her eyes open.
Oh my god.
Say, hey, Vasilka. Can you believe him? He thinks he's gonna lose us.
That is a joke.
Yes, it is. And I say,
I think I might
good
be
job.
getting it.
I think you have already gotten it. And then I say, scooch over, and I get in bed.
Rictavio is still standing at the door. He closes the door behind him. Oh, he kind of like looks down and he says, he sees the doll and turns it around, opens the note. Says, looks like you have a fan.
And I say, I wouldn't touch that. That looks suspicious.
Should I leave it outside?
Yeah, let's pretend we didn't see that.
Okay. He sets it down. I'll meet you in the morning. I'll be in the other room. Presumably are we going to Wachterhaus in the morning?
Yeah, if you wake up first, just knock on my door, and then if I wake up, I'll knock on your door and we can head over.
Okay. I'm excited. I've never been to Wachterhaus.
I hope they have good breakfast. And
do you think they'll feed us?
I mean, we did destroy their house, so they might not offer us steak this time, but
it's been so long since I've had a good meal. Okay. I will be awake bright and early.
And then then I put the sheets over me and Vasilka, and I whisper over to Vasilka, I'm like, it's a lot quieter over here. And I go,
and you hear the door close. Rictavio goes to the other room. Meanwhile, at Wachterhaus. Azula, I want you to roll for me just a flat d20. Oh no! Let's say it's a
performance.
No, it's a wisdom save.
It's a 4 still.
Okay.
They're going in dice jail.
Lilith, during your shift, the noise coming from Azula's room that you can hear from the room you're in seems to wane over the hours. And after several moments, after several, not several moments, but after an hour or so, it's quiet. And you notice your shift rounding out very shortly.
I sort of internally, I'm just thinking to myself, finally. Sort of just a sigh of relief, you know?
Mhm.
So as my shift is ending, I actually leave my room before I wake up Arena just to go and walk by the room
Okay.
that Azula is staying in, just to listen in to see what I hear.
Roll for me perception.
A 4.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Okay. Well, I sort of think was, silence is better than, hearing a crash or anything else. So I walk back to my room, sort of just walking through the halls, looking around and admiring the house.
Mhm. Yeah, in the upper stairwell, you see across from the room that Azula is in, a pair of double doors. As heading between this set of doors and the door for the room that you're in is another door, and across from your room is another door. On both ends of the hallway, a very faint light from the evening makes its way into Wachterhaus.
As I look outside, does it seem like much is happening in the city this late at night?
She's in a kind of remote part
Okay.
of the city. It's not, yeah, she doesn't have like a view of the rest of the city proper. Her house is north, like the northernmost part of Vallaki that you've ever been, and houses get a little bit larger and more sparse as you've made your way in this direction. As you look out, you don't see much activity. Roll for me perception.
It's a 20.
Okay. As you look out at the end of the hallway, you you see glass on the floor out of that window. On the same, this is beside the door that you had put Azula in.
I see glass sort of out on the floor, like underneath the door. Or I see that outside, like
You
glass
see that
underneath where it rained.
outside. You see glass has spilled outside.
I rush outside and look up at the window to see if it's shattered.
Yeah, you pound down the stairwell, let yourself out of Wachterhaus, round the other side of the building, and see glass all over the floor. You see the window had been broken.
Oh my god. I run back in to wake up Arena.
She kind of gets up. She goes, Lilith, what happened?
I see broken glass. I think Azula's gotten out.
Should we tell Lady Wachter?
I think that we need to leave now and we need to go find her.
Okay. She gets her things and starts following you out.
As I look underneath the window, do I see big old paw prints or anything like that leading out from the window, or a path of destruction?
Yeah, roll for me perception.
19.
Yeah, with a 19, you see a destroyed side table, not dissimilar from the one that was in your room. It's maybe 20, 30 feet out from the window. It appears to have been thrown out. As you look around the floor, you don't see any set of paw prints.
I look around the window. Do I see claws along the outside of the window?
With your 19, no.
Um,
No indication of scratches that have been made or anything that's led to an escape.
okay. I turn to Arena and say I may have been too quick to react.
Could she have just thrown this out?
I think that's a possibility, but I want to be sure.
Yeah, with our friend, it's better to be safe than sorry. I still appreciate you waking me up.
Let me see. Is there any way? Let's see. Trying to see my inventory if there's a way that we can see in. I looked the window. How big does the window look from this distance?
The window, well, you recognize from it's a similar size to the window that you had looked out of at the top of the stairwell, and it's about maybe 5 by 8 feet. It's kind of
So
like
it's not a
kinda
tiny
tall.
window. It's a window a werewolf could fit through.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, should we just verify that she's in that room?
yeah, we should go back inside and check.
Okay. We should.
We can't see from the outside, right? It's second floor.
It's too high.
Okay. Then I guess we go back into the manor and check.
Okay. So you run back in, heading back up the stairs.
I'm trying to see if I have anything reflective. Let me see. I'm assuming the tip of my spear is pretty well polished, right?
Somewhat. No, it's dull. It's not like a mirror.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Should we call Tanya?
I don't want her to get hurt. Can I call? I'm a summon my unseen servant.
Okay.
And can they convey information to me? Like, could I ask them to go look?
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Roll for me Arcana.
7.
Okay, so you recall Arielle with her unseen servant. They seem to communicate at times. So you have a sense that perhaps yours can convey for you basic information.
Okay. So I tell my unseen servant to sneak into the room and see if they can find a big werewolf in there.
You have a feeling of affirmation as the very slightest of felt footsteps. Let's see. They can't pass through walls. I think you might need to summon it on the other side of the wall. And I'm gonna assume that you did and relayed this information. You hear the faintest 2 steps land on the other side of the door where you had summoned your unseen servant, and suddenly hear a like this growling at Azula hearing the disturbance that had taken place in her room.
I guess that's our answer. Sorry I woke you for nothing, Lena.
It
Oh!
it was my shift. Anyways, I'll watch. You get some rest.
So I go and I do my best to fall asleep as quickly as I can.
Arena stays in the hallway and just sits, kind of like looking out the window. Azula, roll for me a wisdom save one more time.
9.
Okay.
Nice, Gino.
Ding, 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 ding. Arielle, you hear as right before Rictavio opens the door, and he goes, "It's time for breakfast."
And I go, what a restful sleep that I had without any noise. Other than me I got a long rest, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let me. And then I say, "Good morning, Rectavio.
Good morning.
Let's go over to Lady Wachter's house. Hopefully they're up now." And then I look over at Vasilka, whose eyes I guess haven't blinked yet.
Mm.
And I'm like, "Are you ready?"
She goes, should I change what I'm wearing?
What is she wearing at this point?
She's wearing what she usually wears, the gown.
And I say, "You know what? Let's get you a new outfit. Do you have a preference for what you want to wear this time?"
Do you have clothes to spare?
I can make something. What do these bed sheets look like?
Like standard cotton. They're like really pilled up sheets.
Okay. Let me check.
Rictavio goes, we don't want to be late for breakfast, do we? I mean, Azula might not be there anymore. We want to make sure she's okay. I mean,
For Azula.
And I say, "Hey, clothes make people feel more confident. Wait, what? Just wait 5 minutes, okay? I would have still been asleep if you weren't here, Octavio. We'll get to that breakfast soon." And then I turn over to Vasilka and I'm like, "And any preferences? And what do these curtains look like?"
Rictavio says, I'll be downstairs, and he closes the door. The curtains are very drab linen, beige.
Okay. And I quickly draw up a sketch, and I'm going for the like subversive fashion, how it's like, broken apart, but it's like we're gonna use both the fabrics, and we're gonna give Doja Cat in Lollapalooza.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, you got it.
Lollapalooza or ACL?
Which one is the?
We're talking ripped up,
new...
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna maintain the ripped up dress design, but we're just gonna elevate it so it looks like it's on purpose, and then I'll use some of like the scraps from her dress, and we'll make it work. And I say, and that's assuming she doesn't have an idea, or like that's and I'm like, "How do you feel about this?" And then I show. Okay, and
you present her with the dress, or you
the drawing. This is the drawing.
Oh,
this is the drawing.
She goes, I think that might work.
Okay. And then I say, I take the curtain and the bed sheet, and then I give it to my unseen, and then I snap my fingers. My unseen servant comes in, and I'm like, "Hey, can you make this while we walk and talk?"
You hear the unseen servant just gather all the materials, and you see a sewing kit just emerge, and it starts to be hastily put together by your unseen servant. It gets dragged along.
I pat its head.
It starts to follow you as you both make your way out and downstairs. Some of the cloth being like dragged on the floor, as it's quite a bundle for your unseen servant. Rictavio goes, "Oh, are we ready?"
Yep. He's gonna make it on our way, and We can probably. Oh wait, you have to wear the outfit before we arrive. Okay, actually no, we're gonna let's just. I'm just gonna go grab a water and a small snack for my unseen servant. Sorry, Rictavio. And then how fast does my unseen servant take? I'm gonna say he's really fast and slowly.
Okay, roll for me Arcana, and you can add Arcana and Dexterity.
Oh. Okay, my Arcana is I got a 19 plus Dexterity is 2, so 21.
Yeah, your unseen servant has had a lot of practice, and this this dress actually didn't need much compared to some of the other dresses that you've made. There was a lot of ripping taking place, some holes being created, but after about 7 to 8 minutes, and you, with Rictavio kind of like sitting at one of the tables, you felt all 8 of those minutes as your unseen servant was like.
And I hand it over to the silk and I say, here, try this on. And then I take, how much money do I have? I don't know, how much is a curtain worth? I hand 10 copper over. Is that about equivalent to like 2 pieces of linen?
Yeah, and
Okay, sure. Okay, yeah, and then I slide that over to the innkeeper, and then I'm like,
Erwin takes it and he goes, "What?
Yeah.
What is this for?"
And then I'm like, do you see that over there? The like.
You see behind you, Vasilka taking off her clothes in the downstairs.
Do you see that?
I'm like wallow. I like grab all the water I can in the room, and I'm trying to like make it move up and down. So that like you can't really see it, but the water is transparent.
Danica, wife of Erwin, goes, "Brom, break, cover your eyes." As Vasilka continues, she has her arms in the wrong holes of this dress, and she's like, kind of like getting herself somewhat tangled.
Like the torn holes. And stuff?
Okay, it's too late at this point, so I go over and I help her, and we embrace it. It's early in the morning. There's probably not a lot of people here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so we do that, and then I'm like, okay, Rictavio, and I'm like, sorry for the wait. And then does he say anything about how beautiful Vasilka looks? How good does she look?
Oh, Vasilka, you look amazing. I've never been excited to see so much skin on you. And the effect is as intended. It is definitely avant-garde. It's definitely different. It's definitely fashion forward for Vallaki and the Greater Barovia. And
with the extra fabric, I make her a little shawl so she's not cold, because
and
it's just a rip.
And she kind of like wears it. You see it. It's still sheer, but it covers her
décolletage.
Yeah. And Rictavio goes, "Let's now that we're all ready, should we make our way to Wachterhaus?"
And
perfect.
As we walk, I'll be right back. I need to, if you don't mind,
let's take
a small break.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. I think she's about to poo.
All right. Lilith, you awaken to the sound of Arena waking you up. And Arena goes, Lady Wachter is awake. I think we're going to check the door.
All right, we better be there when that happens.
Outside, you see Lady Wachter awaiting both you and Arena. She has her key in hand, and as you both approach, she says, Are you both ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I sort of brace myself and get in a bit of a stance. Also, was that a short rest for me?
You didn't do anything too extraneous while you were on watch, so it's a long rest. It can be a long rest for you.
And then so I sort of just brace myself.
Okay. She cautiously opens the door. Oh, she cautiously unlocks the door, slowly opens it, and inside you see Azula in her tiefling form, sleeping. The entire room is destroyed. The furniture, the bed is broken. Again, the busted window. The wardrobe is overturned, and the clothes are spilled out. And Lady Wachter looks inside and goes, "Kristoff won't mind anyways. He won't be in here." She kind of waves with her hand, and you see Azula's clothes start to mend. Where they were once kind of like stretched out and ripped apart, they start to like find themselves back again. And after a couple moments, her clothes return to their original form prior to Azula's transformation.
Dang, Lady Wachter, she has moves, man. So I rush up to Azula, and I sort of try to gently shake her to wake her up.
What happened?
Do you remember anything?
I remember the smell of Verena's perfume. That's it.
That might have been before you transformed. You transformed at book club.
Transformed?
Into a werewolf. We all saw it. All of the book club saw it.
God. And I just
okay.
start.
And
then I take a moment to look around.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do this?
I'm afraid so.
Oh no. What are we gonna do?
It's all right. No one was killed, and that's what matters. I think for now we need to get out of here and just stay away from people for a while.
Thank goodness.
Arena kind of like comes up and puts an arm around you and kind of like hugs you.
I do the same.
I just start sobbing.
Lady Wachter speaks up. She goes, "Well, now that's taken care of, should we have breakfast?"
Is this one? Are we late? Are we late?
Not yet.
Okay.
Wouldn't say no to breakfast.
And we can discuss whatever this is moving forward. I'll have Danya. Danya! And she goes, you hear a voice from downstairs. "Yes, ma'am, right away." And Danya kind of like, you hear her footsteps come around from out of view and finally up the stairs. And she goes, "Yes, ma'am. Danya, please prepare breakfast for myself and our guests. And we'll be expecting Arielle, I imagine. So please have that prepared." At that moment, Arielle, you, Rictavio, and Vasilka arrive at front door of Wachterhaus, and Rictavio goes. He kind of like straightens up his coat and his shirt, and he appears to make himself a little bit more presentable. And he turns to Vasilka and he says, "Vasilka, you look great." And Vasilka doesn't say anything.
Is Vasilka's hair just like always matted, or like is it
we braided
messy?
Yeah, okay, there's a couple braids, but otherwise it's kind of matte,
disheveled.
Yeah, disheveled. Like you all haven't had like a shower or moments or an evening to relax in quite some time. So the
no self-care, man.
Yeah,
so all of our hairs are
the wear of travel, of incessant travel the past several days definitely shows on all of you, or most of you. And after a moment, Danya opens the door and she goes, welcome back, Mr. Arielle. Who are these two?"
This is Vasilka, and this is Rictavio. They're also part of our party. They were just staying at the Blue Water Inn.
She looks at Vasilka. Should we be concerned?
Oh, no,
Well,
no, no.
doesn't
About her
accept-
good looks and new outfit? Maybe.
Right. I'll breakfast will be ready shortly. Mistress Wachter will be down in a moment, and she kind of heads into the kitchen.
And I say, you hear that, Rictavio? Breakfast. We're early.
I'm so excited. And yeah, everyone upstairs, you hear the sound of Danya greeting Arielle, as well as Vasilka and Rictavio. Lady Wachter heads downstairs first. And she goes, there are more of you. Oh, you're muted.
I know you're
I
muted.
know.
Oh, I say, oh yes, I hope you don't mind. They've actually been part of our party. We just knew they weren't at our first meeting, but they came to help with the purple fur.
Right. Any friend of the Sirens is a friend of mine. Please, we'll be having breakfast shortly.
She's pretty nice.
And we can discuss whatever matters. Please, have a seat. And she motions to you, Lilith, Azula, and Arena. Please have a seat.
And I'm making eyes at Rictavio like, seeing this?
I'm
Okay.
very
go ahead.
excited. And yeah, so the table, the silverware on the table is set. Where do you guys want to sit?
I'll take next to the. Oh, here we go. I just take this chair right here.
Let's see. I'll just set myself.
I am. Okay, I should actually be next to Azula. I was gonna take the furthest, but I should take the closest.
Arena sits beside you, Arielle. I'm sorry, Vasilka sits beside you, Arena sits across from you, and then Rictavio takes the remaining. No, he actually takes the opposite. Sure. And Lady Wachter returns, and she takes her seat at the head of the table, and she goes, I'm sorry we haven't been formally introduced. I am Burgomistress Lady Fiona Wachter. Pleasure. Rictavio speaks up. Rictavio, traveling entertainer, storyteller. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Wachter. And Lady Wachter kind of looks over at the end at Vasilka, who's kind of like staring forward. And I'm sorry, you are? Vasilka kind of stares forward. Rictavio kind of like nudges her, and Vasilka kind of like, oh, understands she's being addressed, and she goes, I am Vasilka. I've been accompanying the fallen Sirens for several days now. Lady Wachter sits back in her seat. She goes, right.
Yeah.
Well,
Cha-cha.
it seems that you all have quite a predicament in your hands.
And I hang my head low.
Stay.
No need to be ashamed, darling. These things happen, and I'm
These things happen.
to those who brave the wilds of the lands of Barovia. I imagine they do happen. Your friend here had told me that you had encountered a werewolf den, and that's where presumably the curse took place.
Curse?
Octavio kind of like keeps his lips buttoned. He doesn't say much here. He just listens. After a moment, Danya walks in, and it's cakes, small cakes, and small cups of coffee. To anyone who will take it. And then, Mistress, Lady Wachter, would you be needing anything else? And Lady Wachter kind of looks around the table to see if you all need anything else.
I'm good.
That'll be all, Danya. Thank you. And Danya kind of like takes her place at the edge of the room.
I break off a piece of my cake and hand it to my unseen servant, like under the table. I say thank you for earlier.
Okay.
I'm almost out of character, scarfing my cake down with a ravenous hunger.
Okay.
Almost as if it's like out of my control.
Lady Wachter is kind of like looking intently at you, Azula, as you eat.
Sorry,
It's... Don't worry about it. As I understand, Arielle, there's a possibility that you may read my daughter's thoughts.
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot more like I have enough mana today. So we could go try that after breakfast.
I kick Lilith under the table slightly to say like daughter, but like I like mouth it. I word it. So I'm like,
And I just sort of, eyes wide a little bit and just shake my head up and, subtly.
Okay, let me see if she catches that. Oh, she doesn't catch it. But she does mention Azula, I have a daughter with a somewhat similar affliction. It appears that she is in somewhat of a state herself. Since we had found her a couple of weeks ago, she has not been acting herself. She's been acting almost feral. She doesn't understand when I call her name. She attacks me when I feed her or bathe her. And she has taken to hissing, which has been very distressing to hear, to see your own daughter in such a state.
sorry to hear that.
Okay. But there may be a chance that you all would be able to aid in some manner and to get any sort of communication from her, be it thought or word, be of much help. So I appreciate your help.
It's the least we can do after after,
You understand?
book club.
So you really do just read books.
Yes. I'm not going to lie, the club is quite exclusive. It is of my most fervent supporters prior to my taking of Burgomistress.
Thanks for letting us sit in.
Of course.
Sit, stand, attack.
Uh,
Sorry, I don't know.
Meanwhile, Rictavio is like scarfing down his cake. Um, he kind of talks over to Vasilka. He goes, are you going to eat that, Vasilka?" Vasilka kind of like holds it closer to her mouth and continues eating hers.
Have we had coffee before?
No, this is
Oh my
this is the first time
gosh!
you've had coffee in the land of Barovia.
But we've had it before.
I mean, I don't know if you've had it before where
I will
you're
say
from.
I've never had it from. I mean, I've never had it before.
I take a small sip and then try to contain, my displeasure, but, trying to be polite about it,
Oh,
Yeah. I take a
I-
sip and it's really bitter
Okay.
and strong.
I'm gonna say the last time I saw coffee was when I was a lot younger in the palace, and they never let me have it because I run around too much
Uh-huh.
and I'm caffeine sensitive. So
okay.
I have it now and I'm like, so this is what it was like, huh? And then now I starting to feel a little jittery.
Danya,
Little-
could we please get some milk? And Danya nods her head, backs out of the room really quick, comes in, and she kind of like leans into between you, Azula, and Arielle. You might want to add a little bit of this to your coffee.
Thank
I
you.
go, woo! And then I like, I shape water it into my cup and I take like half of it. Ooh, now my cup's full again.
Danya kind of like heads over to the other side and pours it in. She asks you, Lilith, if you'd like some milk.
I'll trust your discretion.
She adds a little bit for you and Arena. She puts it in the rest of the cups. Octavia goes, "Oh no, none for me," and she returns back into the kitchen. Unless there's anything you like to discuss, you all go about the small meal, and Lady Wachter kind of like dabs her mouth with her napkin after finishing her cake and a bit of her coffee, and she goes, "Shall we?"
We'll follow you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't imagine all of us need to be upstairs. One, it's somewhat cramped, and two, it might distress my daughter. If
I would like to go.
Oh.
Rictavia goes, are there seconds? And Lady,
Oh.
go ahead.
And I say, hey, Rictavio, maybe you should come. And so he I'm guessing this interrupts his cake thing, but like I'm like, he studies beasts of Barovia. Maybe he'll have a clue.
Vasilka would like seconds, and he kind of like cleans his mouth, and he kind of like he didn't want to, but he gets ready to get up. Arena says, "I'll stay here with Vasilka," and I'm assuming the rest of you go upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Lady Wachter leads you upstairs to the other room that was right beside yours, Lilith, and she said, do you need to directly see my daughter to read her thoughts?"
And
I nudge her as if to say like,
I need to wait, what? Why are you nudging? And I'm like, why are you nudging?
She says that.
you
Why
say
are
that out
nudging
loud?
me?
Do you really say that out loud?
Yeah, I say, are you okay? Are you feeling okay?
Yes, it was nothing. I slipped on elbow.
Okay. So it works. I have to be able to see the creature.
Okay. She goes, all right. Prepare for a similar situation to that of Azula's. She wait.
And before we go in, I say, hey Lilith, maybe you should get ready to cast hold person, just in case.
I'm ready.
And I will get ready to cast calm emotions,
Oh,
just in case.
I pull out my Azula doll in hopes of maybe strike.
Toss, fetch.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Yeah.
My daughter's name is Sorina. If communicating with her, speaking her name might bring her back. Please, if she doesn't have control over herself, she might hurt you, but please don't harm my daughter.
We understand.
We won't hurt her.
She hesitantly takes out a key from her neck, and she unlocks the door. She opens the door, and this room is unlit. As it opens, you see the light kind of like from the hallway penetrating into the room, kind of like this small wedge of light as it slowly opens, and as it makes its way and reveals more of the room, you see an iron bed framed with straps near the wall. No other furnishings. She goes, Sorina, I have guests. You, from a corner of the room, you see eyes. And you hear a
I cast calm emotions.
Alright. What's the save?
Charisma 13.
Okay. The hiss ceases, and you just hear from the corner
Okay, and then
as this figure kind of like slinks forward. This young woman with matted hair, the exact same woman in your vision. She's wearing a soiled gown. About her, this kind of like raised, this look on her face, kind of inquisitive, but not how do you say, not hostile toward you, and just cautiously makes eyes towards you, Arielle.
just yeah, and like to clarify, like the calm emotions, instead of like suppressing the strong emotions in a group of people, I use because it has like an alternative effect where like if I choose a target, that it'll that I can choose who it's hostile towards outside of the 1 minute duration, just like until it's attacked or anything again. So
Okay.
it is now unhostile towards us all.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna cast detect thoughts.
And okay, so you're gonna peer into the surface, or are you gonna go
Yeah.
deeper?
I'm gonna go deep. I'm gonna try to go deeper, but do I have to cast it a second time if I want to go deeper? Can I like start like?
No, you can. The casting starts on the surface, and if you decide to go deeper, then it's the same casting.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I do that then, and it's a wisdom 13.
The waters. Oh, for the deeper. All right. The waters of her mind are the most chaotic pools that you have perused into, and you sense desperation. You sense that, like a caged animal trying to escape. You sense someone that doesn't want to be in captivity. Yeah,
Someone or something that is in captivity.
them.
Okay, and I say,
And
okay,
go ahead.
Lady Wachter, if you want to start talking to her, maybe.
So, Sorina, it's your mother. Don't you recognize me? please, they're only here to help. And she kind of looks at her mother and looks at you, Arielle. You see visions of her attacking her mother in various instances, as she's trying to be bathed, like overturning a bucket of water, biting her mother, the mother kind of like closing the door on her in frustration and sadness. Other instances where the mother kind of like tries to like hesitantly feed a bowl of like food to her, and she just like paws at it, like throwing it on the ground, but after her mother leaves, like she eats it. And as you peruse deeper, you see.
Okay, but before one more thing, I just want to say, like, I turn to Lady Wachter and I say, can you also talk to her about her life before this happened? Maybe about the incident. Okay, and then go ahead.
She goes, Sorina, what caused you to be this way? What happened? And the vaguest moment of this young, like gaunt man, bearing slight resemblance to Victor Vallaki, kind of like looking at her in disgust, his words muffled as this memory is like super suppressed, and then him just leaving, and then pain and screeching and anger is what you feel. You take 4 psychic damage as you pull out of her mind.
Oh my god. This girl just needs some therapy. Rictavio, does this look familiar to you?
It appears to be some sort of ailment. I don't know if this is a spell. Could be a curse.
Does it seem similar to what happened at the orphanage?
Which
There was like a spirit inside of that boy's body, right? Or like some sort of like demon.
Oh, this seems different. This doesn't seem evil in its nature. This doesn't seem like a possession.
What do you see, Arielle?
I say it's chaotic. I can see her memories after she changed, and when Lady Wachter talked about why she's like this, it seems like what I think is Victor spoke to her in disgust and looked down at her, but it's very, very vague. Let me try to delve in a little deeper.
As you
I look at her and I say, Victor Vallaki.
She attacks you.
Oh my god.
You take 4 slashing, and Arielle, you take 4 psychic again.
How did she just swiped at me?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Her nails long and unkempt. And it's like
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
She kind of
Did I see anything in that attack?
Broke her heart?
I think he did something to her, or something happened to her, and I get the impression that he left and was unpleased. And then, is that right, Lawrence? Is that like what I'm feeling?
Yeah, go and roll for me insight.
$20.
By the way, I'm getting TV psychic guy vibes. I'm getting
is there anyone in your past with the letter S? Maybe like a
J A,
like a Victor, maybe a Vallaki,
Vincent,
a vowel, mayhaps.
an ancestor who has been wronged. Have you been wronged? Anyways, that's so funny. You rolled a 20, and
I rolled 17, not 20.
Modified 20 though, right?
Okay. Yeah. Modified.
You pry into her memory, or you not pry into her memory. You pry into your memory of hers, and you spotted a slight movement in his hands. That is very in line with certain spells you've known to be cast.
And I say that I don't know what's a proper word. That hussy. And then I say he seems Victor cast a spell on her as you suspected, Lady Wachter. I'm unfamiliar with the exact spell, but I can see the hand movements.
Octavio, do you know anything about spells?
I have limited magic knowledge. I perhaps remove curse.
Could we try that? Could you try that on me?
Is anyone knowledgeable in sort in?
I thought you knew that.
No, unfortunately, I do not.
Dang.
I think, and I tell Lady, I show Lady Wachter the like slight hand movement, and I say, I don't know if this will help, but this is the hand movement, and maybe if you can track down. Oh, and then I ask, and I look at Sorina, and I say, is Mark?
Out of character, Ismark is Arena's brother from
oh no, wrong
the
one.
village of Barovia.
Sorry, I'm thinking of who's his right hand man, the old burgomaster's right hand man.
Ezek.
Okay, sorry. I say Ezek.
It doesn't change anything in your mind.
She doesn't see anything.
The name does not hold significance to her.
Okay, I say, do you know where any of them would have gone, where Victor would have gone? And then I take a step back before she can step at me.
I take a step back too.
You at this point, the mention of Victor has kind of distorted any sort of further investigation to her mind. She's just become so enraged internally. You calmed her like her outward emotions and her hostility toward you all, despite her being able to scratch at Azula, but like her mind is just further enraged at the mention of Victor.
Well, at least we know who we need to find.
Yeah, I tell Lady Wachter, I don't think there's anything more I can see here. If you want to reverse the curse, here's your hint, and I recommend that now that you know who did it, tracking down anyone associated with him.
Okay, I can have my people search for him, and
do I smell? Can I notice a lot of smell? Like, is my sense heightened?
You feel your ability to smell has been somewhat improved. It's, like you're still smelling breakfast on everyone.
And I say, wait, hold on. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. But yeah.
She goes, I'll
her memories are still there. I can see them. So she's still in there.
She's inside. She's not completely lost. I will have my members look for Victor. He's been unseen for weeks, so I don't know how much luck I'll have, but it's a start.
Oh, maybe try tricking a dog to sniff him out.
A dog, yes. We can try that.
You say that?
I said it. I said it.
Thank you.
And I nudge you back.
Thank you so much for your assistance, Arielle, and the rest of you. It's gotten me further than I've been since having her, so thank you. And I'm glad to know she's still in there, at least. There's some hope. I recall you all mentioning the need for armaments and horses before we met, or when we met yesterday for breakfast. I was able to secure one horse and several armaments. We can have them brought to the Blue Water Inn, if you so desire.
Thank you.
Of course.
I say, I'm sorry we don't have much, but if we find something along our travels, we'll come back. Maybe bring you something.
Please, let me know.
And oh wait, so we go back downstairs. What does Rictavio do? And did Vasilka eat his cake?
Oh, Rictavio was up there with you. Vasilka ate the second piece of cake. And Rictavio goes downstairs and he goes, Vasilka, I wanted that. It's
a joke.
I won't ask for it. It's fine. It's fine.
Rictavio.
Vasilka, how was the cake? How were both pieces of cake? It was like tasty. I enjoyed it very much. There is the slightest hint of kind of like mischievous pleasure come across Vasilka's face.
That's so good.
As she sips the rest of her coffee. Irina goes, How did it go upstairs?
It's
good.
Yeah, there's a situation, all right.
Okay.
Yep.
Lady Wachter is the last one to come downstairs after she locks the door to Sorina's room. Please, I will attend to other things and spend your time in the dining room or the den as you'd like, and Danya will see you out whenever you're ready to depart. Sirens, thank you so much, and feel free to stop by if you're ever in the area, or if you learn something new that could help my daughter. Thank you. And tiredly, she goes back upstairs. All right, and that leaves you all in the dining room.
We need, before we head out again, we need to figure out how we're gonna contain Azula at night.
Their fingers.
What do you mean? The
Rick,
night passed already. Shouldn't we be?
Tavio speaks up and he goes, how did you all subdue her last night?
How did you all subdue me?
We had help. It wasn't just us. There was a whole group of folks who helped. So
okay.
Are you in a room?
Currently there are 5 others of us. That might be doable if we take shifts, and as I understand, we'll be picking up the Dusk Elf on our way out.
Should we maybe get some
restraints?
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Just at night. Just at night. You know. I know
Some-
you wouldn't want to hurt anyone.
That's fair.
Some ropes might be a good idea. Remind me, where did you say we were headed?
To the was it like the Topaz Palace or something?
On the yeah.
What's it called?
It's in my notes.
I need to organize my notes better.
Amber Temple. Amber Temple.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
Topaz
close.
Palace is so
That's
good
so
though.
funny, that's The Amber Temple. Oh, right, Mount Gakis. We'll be traveling through extreme conditions. It gets quite cold in that direction. We might need to purchase cold weather provisions before we leave town.
Shopping.
There will be,
I say in my head.
with the dusk elf and some rope, we might be able to manage watching our friend in ships.
Okay. Is there a store in
Nice.
town that we can go to?
You recall
Sorry.
the other day there being vendors of pelts.
Wait.
As long as you don't use me.
Wow.
I don't know. In my head, I'm like, purple pelt would have been nice.
Oh
I
my
need to
God.
ask you something very important. I look at Arielle and Lilith. I say, was I pretty in wolf form?
Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
You were definitely intimidating.
And the
Mhm.
teardrops did.
Yeah, all your fur was purple.
What did I look like? I was purple still?
Irina
Mhm,
says,
yeah.
you had your horns.
I had my horns?
It was terrifying.
I
Good
take a
terrifying?
stick from the ground and I try to draw it on the
I say,
sidewalk.
did I look better than Laszlo?
What does my drawing look like? I say you look like this.
I
Roll
just continue
dexterity-
sobbing.
Dexterity or history?
Okay, where's Dex?
Must not have gotten so big. My clothes are still fine.
That was actually Lady Wachter's doing.
No.
What are we gonna do? I should get bigger clothes.
You're drawing. What did you roll?
Baggy, stretchy
History
clothes.
or dexterity?
I rolled dexterity. Should I roll history too?
No, you rolled history.
Oh
No, you rolled dexterity. Sorry, you rolled dexterity. The drawing is not the most flattering. It looks like a scary caricature.
No, say it isn't so.
And I'm like, I don't know. I thought you looked cool.
Thank you, Arielle.
Rictavia goes, before we head out, we'll be taking Fanny and
Drusilla.
Drusilla. Yeah, we're taking Fanny and Drusilla. We'll have a carriage, so we won't be walking the entire.
Oh.
way, fortunately. And I believe Lady Wachter mentioned you procured a horse and armaments.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely have been utilizing her hospitality to the fullest.
It appears that way. I see how you all are eating.
Is he
At least
jealous
you got
still?
to join us this time.
Yeah.
He's still mad he didn't get his second cake.
His cake.
Yeah.
I go to Vasilka, kind of like away from everyone.
Okay.
And I say, hey, Vasilka, was that a joke? Was that a joke?
I didn't need to eat that second piece, but I wanted to.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you.
I'm glad.
And you all.
I bet the second one tasted better, huh?
It tasted quite good. Rictavio like overhears this and he's kind of like seething. Are you so presumably if Arielle had drawn on the floor, you all are already making your way towards the town
The
center.
merchant. Yeah.
Okay. You are at the town square just shortly after dawn, and there are a handful of vendors setting up. Some people setting up. Some people selling like really thin bouquets, not like the most colorful bouquets you've ever seen. They're kind of like the local fare, kind of like some shrubs with a few berries on them, and maybe a leafy plant. You see a little girl carrying a basket of some really meager fruit. This kind of like this larger gentleman. He appears to be more traveled than your average Vallakian. He's selling pelts over a cart. And yeah, the town is waking up. You see some book club members kind of like walking. For those of you with high passive perception, you notice one of them kind of like whispering to the other. One of them
Is one of them Marta from the other night?
Marta,
That was
no,
the-
she's not out so soon. She's probably resting. She was the one that was bitten or like scratched up, not bitten.
Mhm.
But one of them who you had recognized from the night prior is whispering to another who you don't recognize, and they're kind of like
Hey,
making
good to
eyes
see
at
you
you,
again.
and then they kind of like as you call out to them, they kind of like walk away.
Bye.
And yeah, the sleepy village is slowly waking up. Sleepy town is slowly waking up.
How much? What do those pelts look like? And how much are they?
Oh,
They
also,
look like-
I have a direwolf pelt in my inventory.
Mhm.
from when
Oh
we
my
killed
gosh.
Whenwolf. So I don't know how big they are, but if you wanted to, use that,
Oh, fashion it.
yeah. So I could be
Their
dripped
clothing
out.
Oh,
store. I need big clothes.
Yeah.
So they're fine. Can you make me something, Ariel?
yeah, of course. But I forgot that we skinned the wolves that we killed that one time. That's probably why you have the pelt in the first place, right?
Mhm.
After
God,
we
that's
killed
so
them.
messed up.
When we got attacked by that big group of direwolves, we skinned them.
All right. So this looks like a decent amount of fur. What do you guys want? You want some mixed fabrics? I'm holding up the direwolf pelt next to the other pelts on there. I'm like, this one
Something
look good with
in-
this color.
Like 3 sizes up so that it fit. I don't stretch it.
Okay, we're gonna get you some stretchy fabric, but we can use maybe like on the cuffs and like around the neck to keep you warm. Maybe some earmuffs.
You know, actually,
How big
I
it-
don't think I don't think I'll need to be warm in that state. It's like how you don't remember
Oh.
pain. Maybe if I'm
Oh.
colder,
I mean, yeah.
But what about at night, right before you turn?
I think I'll survive.
You have to remember to take it off.
Wait,
So you're done.
because what about in your human form? It's gonna get really fucking cold, dude.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rictavio goes, we also might want to get something more substantial for our bride to be here, as he refers to Vasilka with her very fashion forward dress.
Hey, there's pants on there. Okay. I just double checked what the outfit was. You're right, Carla. It was ACL. But yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So
Her
but like she has a
pants.
shawl and stuff. So yeah, I'll fashion. Tell me if there's enough direwolf pelt for this, but I would like to make like those arm warmers and stuff. But what do you want, Lilith? Because you take priority for the pelt you've been carrying it around. So do you want a shirt, some pants?
I was just
coat?
gonna do like a simple cloak thing that ties over my armor. So not a cape, but like
oh.
more substantial, like cloak.
Oh.
cape
Like a
Ooh.
thing.
poncho kind of, but like
Yeah.
with,
Well,
yeah,
like in the
okay.
front. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
make with the direwolf pelt that you have. You can make enough. You can make 2 full outfits of whatever you want.
Can I see that, Lilith? Really quickly.
All right, I hand it off.
And I rip a hair. I put it in my mouth and I swallow it. I say, a hair of the dog that bit you.
Okay.
Ew.
I no, I don't even question it. So
We didn't watch that.
All right.
Okay. And yeah, okay. So I snap and I'm like, hey, I need more help again. And then I talk to my unseen servant and I draw your overcoat and then and I'm like, oh, could you make this first? And then I turn to Azula. I'm like, what do you want? And like, I think if it would have made 2 full outfits, you can probably choose like one like piece of clothing, and then I can make one for Vasilka and Arena, and then I can buy my own pelt. And I'm sure I have a ton of clothes.
I think I'm gonna buy my pelt too, so that I have a blanket to carry around.
Okay. Do you want me to fashion you anything out of any of the stuff that we have? I lay out some fabrics. We have some bed sheets from various places we've stayed at. We have some curtain. I think this one is velour from the very first house we went to that we now have a deed to.
What's the stretchiest? I'll take the stretchiest, and 3 sizes up.
I don't have stretchy fabric, but I do. Remember I found from the Den of Wolves, they had like t-shirts, like tie-dye t-shirts. I think that's probably the stretchiest.
I'll take that.
Do I have that, Lawrence? I still have that, right?
Yeah.
Or did I only take I took one for you guys too. Yours just aren't as colorful as mine. I think they were brown.
Okay.
Because
it's an important
Lawrence
distinction
was like,
to make. Look,
because Lawrence was like, they don't have, or DM was like, they don't have that many colorful stuff. And so I found the only tie-dye shirt that they had. Anyways, so brown t-shirt, I will line it, and then it's a short sleeve, so I'll just take some of the cotton and I'll double it and make them long sleeves for you. And then I draw that for my unseen servant, and then Vasilka, I make a more substantial jacket with the I'll make her actually, instead of the armorers, I make her a vest out of the pelt.
Okay.
And then I think I have enough fabric for a vest, and then I'll make her armorers out of the cotton. And then Arena, I'll make some earmuffs, maybe. Earmuffs, I don't know, you can sew. Okay, gloves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that takes care of Arena and Vasilka.
I buy one too. I buy a pelt. I go boop.
The guy goes, it's 5 silver.
Oh, that's not expensive at all. You guys should buy more stuff here.
Yeah, I buy a big old pelt so that I can get a blanket to carry around. Kind of like a coat. I mean, like a cape coat thingy.
Yeah, they're all
Game of Thrones. You know how they cover you.
They're all like they're
Night's
not
Watch.
they're not like cut into any specific shapes. It still takes the form of like a wolf, kind of like splayed out
disgusting.
like this. Minus the head. So
give me that one, and I point to the biggest one.
Yeah, and he hands you a pretty sizable one. He goes 5 silver.
Is there a white
hand it
pelt?
over.
White pelt. Let's see. There's a white pelt. The rest are various grays. Various shades of gray.
All right, I want that one. And
that one's taken from the higher mountains of the local
6
land.
silver.
10 silver.
10? How big is this wolf?
It's the same size as the other ones. It's just white. It's the only white one.
Ooh, you never
8.
show interest. You never show interest.
8.
Roll persuasion.
$18.
I'll take 8.
Fuck yeah.
Do they have D&D rock paper scissors?
It's called Boulder Parchment Shears.
Perfect.
And I take that and I make, what am I wearing right now? I forgot. I make hand warmers for myself, a scarf, and
is this something you're doing in the square or something you're preparing? You're gonna like keeping in mind to do as you begin to.
No, my unseen servant is doing it right now.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And actually, instead of just a scarf, I want a full coat with this. It can be a mini crop coat. I don't know how much it'll get me.
as you're doing this, you see the unseen servant like cutting through some of the like the other wolf pelt, the first wolf pelt you gave him, getting ready to make the outfits you had described. Rictavio says, if you all will be a little bit longer here, I'll just go and retrieve Drusilla and Fanny, and
Mhm.
there should be another horse with armaments waiting for us. So I'll retrieve that. Do you need more time in the square, or should we all return back together?
I'm good. And then I'm just gonna take all the scraps and I'm gonna say make a blanket out of the leftover pelts. And then sorry, are you gonna do something more?
No, that's all.
Do we have enough rope?
I think I have rope on me. Let me double check though. Rope.
I sweat nervously.
No, I have mummified hand on a rope. So I guess gotta buy some rope.
50 feet will suffice. I'll go and purchase some. And he kind of like steps away to. He talks to the same guy and he asks if they have any rope, and he kind of pulls some from underneath the cart and he holds it up. Rictavio inspects it for a moment and pulls out some change from his pocket and he hands it over to the guy. He goes, "Okay. Do we have everything we need?"
I believe so. There's
Believe
nothing
so.
else that I need.
Okay.
Okay. You all head over back to the Blue Water Inn, and he heads around back and retrieves the two horses and his carriage. Actually, before he heads out and back, he goes, "Oh, I might need some assistance with the third horse. I won't be able to fix it to my carriage." And Irina says, I can help you with that, Rictavio." She goes with him. And after a couple moments, you see Irina walking back on this this. What color do we not have yet? I think we have a tan one, and we have a white one. Do you guys remember?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
The horses?
Yeah.
Drusilla.
There's a third one. Irina's back with a gray horse, and she says, "Oh, she's kind of like patting its neck as they get closer to you, and she goes, she's really gentle." And then Rictavio goes, "Well, the horse did come with the armaments. There's a considerable amount of swords and staves and even a flail back there. So
A flail?
yes, I haven't seen one of those in quite some time. Who wants to ride the third horse, and who wants to ride in the carriage?"
Probably best I stay away from the horses.
I can do it. I have horse riding.
As I approach the
experience.
horses, do they act any differently to me?
Let's see. Actually, roll animal handling.
They're gonna kick me. A 6.
Drusilla and Fanny are recognize you, and they're calm. The third horse, however, kind of like stepping in place as you approach it.
Oh, I should probably stay with Drusilla and Fanny.
All right. We have everything we need. Am I missing anything? Did I close my tab? I'm gonna run in. And he kind of like runs in really quick. And you guys have a moment.
And I'm caffeinated still. And I'm like, woohoo! On top of the horse.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then he walks back out and he goes, is there anything else we need before we head out?
The orphanage is all squared away, right? In terms of finances, so we're all good there. We dropped off the kids. We don't have any more kids with us, so I'd say we're all good. Got all the supplies we need, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the 6 of you, yeah, the 6 of you, Azula, Arielle, Lilith, Arena, Vasilka, and Rictavio, head west out of the city of Vallaki, and you begin to head toward the Vistani encampment, just half an hour or so west from the village. I want you all to
Oh.
take level 7.
Oh, wee. Okay. Also, I forgot. I also had pelts and leather straps. So
It's good to
we
know.
really went.
If you want
We
to.
went shopping.
Hey, it's for now that's just for accessories, dude. You know, you got the fur hat, you know, leather belts.
Mhm.
Yeah, take level 7 and then also take inspiration if you don't already have it. And
How do
then
I go to level 7? Okay, hold
There's
on, I
a
got it.
Lawrence dropped the level up guide once.
yeah, you can
Yeah, I found
search
it.
by link now. You can search.
Oh,
That's
you're
really
so
helpful.
right. You're so right. Thank you so much. Links, period.
There's a yeah, I found it on the character sheet. Okay, confirm level 7. Woohoo! Okay, let's see. Do I have leftover stuff to do?
God, why do we link so much?
I found it again. I'll relink it.
Thank
Does that
you
mean we can?
so
I can
much.
change my spells again then?
I forgot how bards work. I think it might be that way.
Yeah, yeah. I can choose. I can switch out one. I think.
Mhm. But yeah, that's where we'll call this session. Good job, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, DM.
Woo!
I'm not gonna end the call. I just wanted to say that, and then we would cut right there, so we don't have it playing on just.
We
like...
can. I
Freeze
can
frame.
finally have my spell where I can talk to plants.
That's a spell where you can talk to
That is
plants?
so funny.
What the
That is
fuck?
so
I love
funny.
that.
So ready.
What is it? That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, people think they're safe, you know, and doing stuff in secret. We'll just talk to the trees, you know.
As a
Mhm.
reminder, when you're rolling HP for HP, you reroll anything half or less, half your hit die or less.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You know how you have to roll for HP
to
at
update
every
our
level?
HP.
Oh yeah.
If you get half your hit die or less, then you get to reroll. And yeah, whenever you get the chance, drop in chat what new stuff you got, so I can know you saw it.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I'll add that. I get a little bit
What's
extra
it?
movement on opportunity attacks.
Sweet.
What's a hit die is just which one again?
It says
Sorry.
under the HP thing.
Okay.
So when you click on manage
Gotcha.
HP,
After
and then okay, I need to roll it. And then if it's less than half, you re-roll it.
wait, sorry, could you
Yeah, so when you're
Oh,
on your
period.
character
so I'm
sheet,
on my yeah.
and then you
7.
like click on manage like levels and spells and stuff like that. And then in the top
Right,
right,
right.
there'll be HP. You click on manage HP, and then on that page that will pop out, it'll have a hit dice. Like it'll say your big number at the top, your health, and then if you look down, it'll say hit dice and like the second section down on the left.
On manage characters and I
Dude.
found it. Okay, gotcha.
Oh my god. I got a 2, a 4, a 5, a 1, and then a 2. A 5. What the fuck, dude? An 8. All right.
Is D10 your hit die?
Dude. Huh?
What's your hit die? Hit D10
Oh my
or
God.
It's a
D12?
D10.
Gotcha.
1. 1 plus 6. Oh, I can roll 7 at
Oh.
once. Let me.
Okay. Hold on. Do I need to do this now? Because I have a bunch of
No, yeah, you
blood
don't.
curses I need to
Yeah,
read.
you don't
I don't
need
want to
to-
just
You don't need to send it to me now. If it's quick and you can read over
Gotcha.
it like really quick, then yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like,
just-
Yeah.
if it's a
mine was
lot,
like
then I don't need it now.
some
Okay,
like some
I-
levels are like you're
30.
reading through paragraphs, and other levels are like when you get hit, you can like walk 10 feet. You know?
yeah, I just want to make sure I read the right. I make the right choice and not just pick one
Yeah.
to pick one.
Do you guys look at levels ahead of time to see what you get, or do you like try to hold back, like to not spoil it?
Just for spells. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. I got 36. So I add that 36 to
Oh yeah.
it because it's a 78 or I just roll one?
No. You just roll one.
You just roll one because you're you're like adding
Oh.
that with each level. You get
Oh.
one more hit
She
die.
no. I think we can add 76. I
Okay.
think that's
I got
That'd
5.
be a tanky ass party.
house
like-
rules.
I feel like that's I don't know. I
I'm
feel like
totally kidding.
does balancing get weirder at higher levels?
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like it would.
Mhm.
Because it's like you have to have stuff that's strong for it to not be boring. But at that point, we have so much HP where it's like I feel like it'd be
Mhm.
more likely to die. So it goes. So it goes. It's interesting.
Strahd's now a 3-headed dragon to offset.
Made out of gold. Good luck. Shooting lasers. Alright.
I think my next big change is level 8 actually.
And sometimes it doesn't say stuff. Like for level 7, it said what I sent you, but I think I get some extra spell slots too, which is cool.
Oh, okay, sweet.
But, yeah.
Oh yeah, you would see that in the spell chart too. If
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah. Oh, you mean like when I look on my character under spells, or like on the same sheet with the health and stuff?
Well, no, I'm talking about on the reference. So if you just do Paladin 5e, and then it'll show you how many spell slots per level you have. It says if you go down to the Paladin
Okay,
table,
cool. Yeah, I'm looking at that right
it says
now.
what everything you can expect in each level. I think you
Yeah, I
gained-
got an additional level 2 slot.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Sacred Oath feature.
Okay, the other thing that ooh, what the heck is a dimension door?
Oh,
Oh, whoa.
Dude.
spellcasting. Yeah, you don't have to decide now, but it's good to know. For the rest of you who need to go to sleep, don't let me keep you. Just like drop what you got before next week, and yeah. Thank you
Cool.
guys so much.
Thanks, DM.